you are all welcome to this month's SiT retreat. We have our faculty, Sister Sumalatha, with us today. Sister Sumalatha has been conducting SiT sessions many times in the past as well. She is not new to our SiT participants. However, I take this opportunity to welcome her once again. Welcome, Sumalatha Ben, to brief you. Good morning. To brief you about Sister Sumalatha, she has done her MA in counseling psychology. She's done her MSc in value education and spirituality. She has done PG diploma in value education and spirituality and PG diploma in counseling and spiritual health. Her expertise is in meditation, psychologist. She is a counselor, trainer, researcher, youth motivator, translator, writer, and program designer. So she's wearing on too many hats. So we have a very experienced faculty with us. Sister Sumalatha is a multifaceted faculty dedicated to the service of humanity and God. She is in the path of spirituality and meditation since her childhood. She has been offering her voluntary services as a dedicated member of the global socio-spiritual organization, the Prajapita Brahma Kumaris, Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya from the last 22 years. Her specialization is in conducting programs for all walks of life, people from different walks of life. She has offered her services in various parts of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Mount Abu, which is our international headquarters in Rajasthan, Singapore, Malaysia, and also at London, benefiting thousands of people. As a meditation guide and psychologist, she gives counseling quite frequently with a holistic dimension. As a translator and writer, she has served in the finalization of hundreds of articles published by the Brahma Kumaris and translated many books for the organization. Understanding the importance of value-based education and spirituality in the past, in the present society, she invented a grand fair called Spiritual Values Fair, which is an enlightening and thought-provoking fair. This activity-oriented fair, which is a brainchild of Sister Sumalatha, is a recipient of India Book of Records and Asia Book of Records awards. So a big achievement in that area. She is also into the research field like spirituality in practical life, mind and body relationship, true powers, values, etc. She is the local coordinator for SPARK wing of the Brahma Kumaris, which stands for Spirituality, Spiritual Application and Research Center. The abbreviation is SPARK. Her research has been in the study of mental health and constructive thinking in collaboration with Osmania University for her first year project, and then study on locus of control in high school students and effect of meditation on their attitudes. That is 3 months project, and the study on the effects of meditation on the germination of seeds in collaboration with ICRISAT. That was a 2 months project. At Care Hospital, Hyderabad, she has done the research work on cardiac patients to find out how the mental stress is directly linked with the cardiac problems with the help of her psychology and spiritual experience. She is very experienced in conducting workshops, seminars, and lectures, and is well versed in many topics. She has given various talks at national banks, universities, colleges, schools, IT companies, research institutes, metro rail depots, hospitals, nursing schools, radio and TV talks at Police Training Academy, Advanced Training Institute, and many others. So we are very fortunate to have such an experienced sister with so many things to her credit. So thank you so much, Sister Sumalatha, for joining us this morning. Om Shanti, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Sister Shivani, for your warm welcome and a beautiful introduction. It's my pleasure to be in the part of IT family. Again, after a long time, I'm again joining with you all So thank you so much for inviting me.
Sorry
And
to interrupt. 1 minute. If
yeah,
if participants can keep your cameras on, that will be very nice, so that we have an eye contact and we get an experience. And the speaker also feels good to see the participants and understand through their expressions. So this is a humble request. Those who can keep your cameras on, please do. Thank you. You can continue, sister.
yeah, thank you, sister. The reason I selected this topic, the science of meditation, is because one thing is I already into this research topic with ICRISAT and care hospitals and high school students. And the second point is we have some gadgets in Brahma Kumari's organization which measure the brain waves. With the help of the skin sweat pores, with the help of the brain waves, we connect these things in the inner space, which is, I can say, a brainchild of Shivani Ben in Shanti Sarovar. She is the main person in building that beautiful construction. And in that, we have 2 rooms for science. Those 2 rooms are taken care by the Spark Wing. So there, yesterday itself, I went to Shanti Sarovar and I was addressing the engineering students of different streams and pharmacy students. So when we were giving demo to them, they were easily able to relate the meditation aspect with their logical minds. So logic mind with a beautiful spiritual touch will definitely give a beautiful inclination towards spirituality, because as a psychologist and as a spiritualist, what I strongly started believing is what we see with these physical eyes is just maybe 40, not more than 40, I can say. All the remaining 60% is invisible content. There are a lot many things in this world which we have to understand with our divine insight, with our third eye, or which we can say with our mind, with our emotions. So that is 60%, what I call it as an invisible content. What we see with this physical eyes is just 40%, is just like a superficial part of the iceberg we see on the ocean. It's a very little portion. So as an intellectual people, we are supposed to go beneath the ocean, the superficial layer, and we have to see how much part of that iceberg is beneath that water currents. So that is what we are going to do today. Is what we see superficially is just 40%. We will go into undercurrents. We will see with our spiritual eye, we will see with the third eye that 60%. I mean the invisible content. Now let me give you a small clarification, we will discuss about what is this visible content and what is this invisible content and visible. What we see everything with these physical eyes, we can categorize that into visible content. So what we see, any article, any person, anything. Now what are invisible? My thoughts are invisible, my emotions are invisible, the air is invisible, God is invisible, soul is invisible. Now, there are people who say that science believes everything which it sees or which it can quantify. And that is the reason why, there are some other people who are not much into the science but have adopted a logical mind. So those people say that, show me God, then only I will believe. Show me the soul, then only I will believe. And what is this spirituality? So in that spiritual line itself, if you go into the spiritual perfection, science never say that we don't believe in the invisible content, because they believe the air, they believe the emotions, they believe the mind-body relationship. So they believe in the invisible content. What science tries to do is, it is continuously doing effort in measuring, quantifying that invisible content, so that it can give a documented, accurate proof to the society that what all is invisible, visible. We have a documentation of that, we can quantify it, so you can believe that. So what spirituality is doing for those logical minds is, it is trying to quantify, it is trying to document these invisible content. So just as we have so many experiments to prove that air is present around me in the space. Space, what is that space? We can understand, we can't see that. So we can see the place around me, we can't see the space around me. And what is air? We can feel the air, we can't see that. So there are so many things we have to understand about these invisible content. Now today, the science of meditation. When I do meditation, it is completely invisible. What I do in meditation? I remember that invisible God. And who am I? I am an invisible being. You all might be a regular members of these IT monthly retreats. So by this time, by now, you all are well aware about the soul, which is an invisible spirit. Like, suppose I am Sumalatha. Who am I? I mean, is there any is there any identity of me before Sumalatha? Am I existing? Was there any my existence before Sumalatha? And will there be any existence after Sumalatha? What you say, yes or no? Do you have my existence before and after Sumalatha? Or I am just Sumalatha?
ओम शांति। सिस्टर सुमलता जी जो है वो तो आपके शरीर का नाम है, वो सोल जो आपकी ये सुमलता नाम के शरीर में है वो पहले भी थी, और जब आपका ये शरीर पेरिश हो जाएगा वो आगे भी रहेगी, विद अ न्यू बॉडी, न्यू कॉस्ट्यूम, न्यू रोल एंड न्यू नेम आल्सो।
Super, excellent. So Sumalata is visible, but the identity, the spirit which is driving this Sumalata is not visible. That is soul, correct? So soul, I am a soul, I am the driving spirit, soul, Atma, spirit, in whatever term you call it, the I am also invisible. So what is meditation? It is completely an invisible, beautiful, wonderful phenomenon. An invisible soul is remembering an invisible supreme point of light. Am I ready to believe that with my logic mind? When you can believe it, when you have some experience in your life, then only with your experienced mind, you can proceed in this path. If you say you don't have any experience, you are not getting any experience for this, a soul with no experience of this spiritual heights may walk in the spiritual path, but cannot run, cannot fly, cannot attain heights in the spirituality. So, who should document all these things? Of course, scientists, for logical minds, for the society, they will document. But let me ask you one question. If scientists do not document, they do not show any logical proofs for the existence of God and the soul, should I leave those supreme facts? Because science has not given yet these proofs? No. Why should I rely on science when I have spirituality, when I have science in my mind? Let me give the proof to the society. Why should I wait for someone else to come and give me the proof? Why should why shouldn't I become the proof for spirituality? So IT, you all belong to IT fraternity. I say, what is IT? Information technology. But what I say, become a intellectual techies. What kind of intellectual techies? You are all spiritual ITs. That is the reason why we have termed it as SiT. Not just information, add spirituality in your IT. Then from the visible content, you will move upward to the invisible content, which is very important. Now, for example, nowadays, very unfortunate to say that people are just relying on whatever they hear, whatever they see. I mean, physically, which we can feel the contents, like, the words, the words, the people, the facial expressions. The present generation is just behind this incomplete trend, I can say. And that is the reason why people are unable to understand the other person's feelings. Feeling is an invisible content. Let me tell you an example. Suppose I'm very aggressive about your behavior, and in my heart, I have complete respect towards you. But this present moment, I am very aggressive. I am not satisfied with your behavior. I am not satisfied with your your work you have done. So my face, my words are filled with aggression. My eyes are red. My words are very hard towards you. And if you hold on only my face expressions and words, what you'll think about me? What would be the relation between you and me then? But now what you have to do? Add spirituality in that. Add invisible content in my aggression also. So what you are supposed to do, keep aside. Just for a few seconds, forget these visible content. See the invisible content. And what is the invisible content of me? My feelings, my respect towards you. Now tell me, in a true manner, I respect you. But my words, my face, whenever I am not satisfied with you, I am becoming aggressive towards you. So now what you are supposed to do? If you only concern yourself only with the visible content, if you ignore my invisible content, the respect which I have towards you inside me, then what happens? Relations will spoil. And that is the reason why start understanding the invisible content. Now, the science of meditation. Even in this meditation also, give me a second, let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Okay. So let me speak about mind-body relationship. See, psychology was not a very oldest tradition. It is a science that has developed very recently. And this mind-body relationship, psychology says that psychology is nothing but it is the study of human behavior. So this definition clearly indicates that mind has something to do with body. And it is experimentally proved that the body and mind are related. Mental functions and physical conditions interact with each other and hence they influence each other. Mind-body relationship. The mind and body are very well connected. How? Suppose a person is having BP in his body and now he is very aggressive, he is very upset with the other person, and now he is getting angry towards other person. What we suggest with that to that person? Don't be angry. Your BP will increase. Now the point is, anger is something which has popped up in my mind. BP is something which is in this physical body. What we are telling? If you get angry here, your BP will increase. What does this simple example is conveying the message to all of us? That means whatever that happens in the mind, it will affect this physical body. You take the example of COVID. Definitely COVID is a pandemic. But even in this pandemic horrible situation also, who are the people? Of course, there are some people who have lost their lives because of the critical conditions. But the survey says that many people, because of their panic, because of the fear, what you say, they were affected with the COVID, they lost their lives. So around 40 to 50% of the cases, because of the fear, they were hospitalized even. If there is no fear here, even if COVID was there, that effect was not much there. There are so many examples like this we can relate for mind-body relationship. Let us say there is a wound here on my hand. If I see the wound again and again, and if I think negatively here, wound is here, thoughts that I produce is why a wound is for me only. Just the day before yesterday itself, one wound has healed. Again, another wound. I don't know why only I am becoming victim for smaller and bigger hurts. I don't know why people don't understand me. So what I'm doing with this small wound, I am comparing with my life, my fortune and misfortune, and I am producing negative vibrations. Now tell me, will this wound be able to heal fastly? Is it possible for a quick heal here? Not possible. Why it is not possible? Because my thoughts, my negative thoughts are affecting this wound so that this wound is, my thoughts are not helping for the quick heal. The same, if I am thinking positively, no, nothing wrong is happened, everything is fine, because I am God's child, everything will be set right. So these positive vibrations definitely will reach this place, and a positive healing, a quick healing will happen. See, whatever I think here, this is vibrating the whole body. Just as in a physical body, let us say in a motor vehicle, in a car, driver sits in one place, but from that single place, he is able to control all the different operations. Gear, accelerator, petrol, indicator, whatever it is. And that is the reason why it is called as driver's seat. Now, if I say, because I'm not able to see the connections of all these things from the driver's seat, so the car is made in such a manner that every pipe, everything is connected with the driver's seat, and that is the reason why you get everything there. Because I cannot see all those connections, can I say that I don't believe in that? No, I cannot say. I have to agree with my intellectual mind that yes, the driver is controlling and the machine has been made in that manner. Similarly, this physical body is like a car. Soul is the driver. Soul, while sitting here, is operating each and every nerve and cell. That is the reason why when I think positive here, every thought has some impact on my mind, on my physical body, and on the surrounding atmosphere around me. So from today onwards, you cannot say that though I was angry on you, I didn't say a single word to you. So what's problem to you? What is happening here? Mouth speaks, mind also speaks. Don't underestimate the power of mind. When I, this mind is like a chatterbox. We can't calm down, but we can teach it how to speak, what words it has to speak, how to think. Just as we teach the small kid how to walk, similarly, this mind is also a powerful box, but just like a small kid. We have to teach the mind how to speak, how to think, how to decide. Whatever I think, if I think positively here, that positive energy will go into this physical body. It will reach to each and every nerve and cell of this physical body. And if it is a positive thought, positively every cell will vibrate. And that is the reason why many yogis are able to come out of their diseases. This is the reason why many Raj yogis are able to ignore their diseases. The same disease with the same intensity, if some other person, non-meditative person gets, it is impossible for them to tolerate. But a Raj yogi, how is it that that person is very, very tolerant? It is because the positive thoughts which he was emerging, which it is because of the supreme power, supreme energy he is getting from the supreme power, that power is completely being spread into the whole body, and that is the reason why they are able to come out of the diseases. Even if there is a disease, with the complementation of the medicine, with the complementation of so many good things, this meditation is really doing a wonderful medicine. So when we are speaking about the science of meditation, first point we have to understand is there is a visible content, there is an invisible content. Second point which we need to understand is the relationship between mind and body. So mind affects this body, also vice versa. How your body is, your mind also feels in the same way, either active or either dull. Like for example, if your body is very weak, low blood, very, very weak, naturally your mind also feels very inactive, not showing interest in doing anything, just want to lie down because your body is not cooperating. So definitely there is a beautiful relationship between mind and body. If you want to lead a healthy life, don't just see this physical body only. Please consider your invisible powerful content, mind also. Let me show a small video how this meditation affects our brain.
For thousands of years, people have
Is the audio coming for the video?
practiced meditation for spiritual, emotional, and physical
Yes,
well-being.
audio
But from
is
a
coming.
scientific perspective, how exactly does meditating affect your body? Does it For thousands of years, people have practiced meditation for spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being. But from a scientific perspective, how exactly does meditating affect your body? Does it really do anything? It all starts in the brain. During meditation, brain scans see increased activity in regions directly correlated with decreased anxiety and depression, along with increased pain tolerance. The default mode network in particular is activated when one's mind is at rest and not focusing on the outside world, and has been found to improve memory, self-awareness, and goal setting. Want to be more caring to your friends and family? When scientists compared the brains of Buddhist monks to new meditators, they found the region of the brain associated with empathy to be much more pronounced in the monks. It also literally changes your brain waves, and we can measure these frequencies. Meditators have higher levels of alpha waves, which have been shown to reduce feelings of negative mood, tension, sadness, and anger. anger. And if that wasn't enough, it also physically changes our brain shape and size. Studies found that after 8 weeks of a meditation program, gray matter was more dense in areas associated with learning, memory processing, and emotion regulation. And yet the amygdala, which deals with stress, blood pressure, and fear, had decreased gray matter. When we look at the entire body, not only do we see decreased blood pressure, but it can also increase the variability of your heart rate. And while this may sound harmful, it actually plays a critical role in properly transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide throughout your body. Think you're getting sick? In a study where both meditators and non-meditators were given the flu virus, meditators were able to produce a greater number of antibodies and had increased immune function. If we go a little deeper, we can even see changes on a cellular level. Your chromosomes have protective protein complexes called telomeres, which help reduce damage to your DNA and lower cell death. And a shortened telomere length has been linked to several diseases such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Amazingly, when cancer survivors completed a meditation program, their bodies showed significant increases in telomere length. It's believed that psychological intervention, particularly decreasing stress, has a direct effect on the enzyme telomerase, which has been shown to counteract shortening by adding DNA to the shrinking telomeres. Of course, meditation is not a substitute for other medical advice or a healthy lifestyle. We don't want you leaving this video thinking it will cure cancer. But much like hitting the gym can grow your muscles and increase your overall health, it seems that meditation may be a way of working out your brain with extra health benefits. And since your brain controls, well, all of you, why not relax and say, "Oh."
So this is a brief video of how meditation changes the shape of the brain. It even changes the, plasticity of the brain. Plasticity, the main part of the brain, which if deteriorates, a person may get Alzheimer's disease, start forgetting, so many problems. When we meditate, the brain function, the functionality of the brain will increase. And let me tell you my experience of research work. When I was doing the research work with the care hospitals of Nampally, a cardiologist has invited me, one of the cardiologists, because he is into dealing with the heart patients. He want to do a research work which hypothesizing that if stress has any relationship with the heart disease. Of course, we all say that yes, there is a relationship, but now science people want to have this quantification and documentation, right? And so as a psychologist, I was involved in that research work, and we selected some heart patients. And when we were discussing and when I was administering the questionnaire related to stress to the heart patients, almost 99% of the heart patients resulted with high anxiety and stress. So what is happening? Stress is coming here in the mind, and that negative stress is affecting the heart directly. Now, one more research work which I have done is with ICRISAT. ICRISAT is an international crop research institution which is situated in Hyderabad at Patancheru, which is the India's branch, nationwide branch. And what this ICRISAT do is, the main work of this ICRISAT is to do research works as to how to get more productivity in the plants and seeds and germination with best technology but low cost. When one of the scientists who was in touch with Brahma Kumaris, when he is very inquisitive to know about whether meditation can really affects the prakriti also. So the first research which I have done is with the care hospital was with this prakriti. Body also we call as a prakriti. Then again the nature, that prakriti. So the second research work was with that ICRISAT, with this nature, with the prakriti, surrounding prakriti. So what that scientist has gave is, he gave me 2 sets of seeds, like those seeds which can sprout. 2 sets, and these 2 sets we have to grow them in same climatic conditions. The only difference between these two sets should be one set should receive meditation power, the other set should not receive that. All the other things, the climatic conditions, the amount of water we put to them, in what trays we make them grow, all the other conditions are the same. But the only difference in this experimental set is we are sending the positive energy, the meditation power to that set. After 15 days, when the sprout has emerged, what we have done is, with the help of a thread, we measured the length of that sprout. And to our wonder, very wonderful, very beautiful thing is, the set which received the meditation power, the length of the sprout is greater than the set which did not receive the meditation power. And you know, with this 15 days, within these 15 days, what we did, we started speaking to that seeds that, see, you are receiving God's power. When you grow with greater length, then your length also can do service in documenting the meditation power. This is how we, all the meditators which we used to go to the place where these set of seeds were kept. We used to speak to that in a specific time, and the result was beautiful, amazing. This was the research work I have done with the ICRISAT. So what we mean to say is, we have to understand the relationship between the thoughts we produce and how they are affecting our body, our health, our surroundings. So the science of meditation says that meditation is not just the emotional concept. Meditation is not just limited to a religion. Meditation is not for old age people. Meditation is not just for emotional fools. Meditation is for all walks of life. Meditation is a complete complementary to medicine and science. That is the reason it is said science and spirituality should go side by side. If one is missing, then it could be a lame, it could be a blind. So science and spirituality are complementary topics. They are not different topics. They both are complementary topics. And even science till now is unable to find out the answers for certain mysteries of this world. Spirituality starts from that point. It says in single word, the power of God. What we do in meditation? I remember the supreme power. When I remember the supreme power, unlimited high energy comes into me. The soul will receive, and this soul will spread this positive power into this whole body. Then my mind will be healthy, my thoughts will be in a matured manner, my emotions will be matured, I will be an emotionally matured person, I can maintain a good physical health. So many benefits. The only thing is, you only can document your life's experience. Then you can tell to the whole world that you are not just ITs, you are SiTs. So I hope you are all sitting SiTs here, not ITs. Let me let me share my screen here.
For thousands.
So what is the magic of meditation? Meditation is a drug. It is as simple as that. A drug is a substance that has a physiological effect when introduced into the body. So replace the word substance with practice. Meditation is a practice that has a physiological effect when introduced into the body. Like any other drug, meditation alters our brain chemistry. signaling, and structure. It's no wonder many doctors recommend yoga and meditation in addition to medical therapy for many different conditions. Let me tell you, one of our doctors who is a regular member of Brahma Kumaris, whenever he starts writing prescription to the patients, the first one he writes in the prescription is Raj Yoga meditation. Then only he will prescribe the other medicines. Let me show you one more video as to how this body gets affected.
Welcome to your tour of your body on stress. When you're stressed, your body reacts instantly. Here are 12 of the most significant changes that happen in your body. Your heart. Each time you experience stress, your heart beats faster and you put excess strain on it. Your blood pressure. Your blood pressure increases because it's pumping extra blood, oxygen, and sugars to your muscles to supply more energy. Remember, under stress, you trigger your fight or flight response, and your body responds as though you're under attack. Whether it's real, just a perceived threat, or you're just feeling the pressure and tension from your modern-day hectic life. Your blood pressure further rises because your body also narrows and constricts your blood vessels to prevent you from bleeding to death from injury. Your blood. Your blood starts clotting, which creates blockages in your circulatory system, preventing the free flow of blood through your body. This is another way your body protects you, so if you're injured, you won't bleed to death. Here's the challenge. Your blood will clot regardless of whether or not you really are injured. Your digestion. Stress severely affects your digestion. Under stress, your body shuts or slows down any systems that aren't absolutely necessary to deal with the immediate threat. At those times, your body does not care about digesting food. It only cares about staying alive. So the blood supply to your digestive organs is slowed. This can lead to weight gain, which many of us are trying to prevent through good nutrition and exercise. So even if you're eating healthy foods, your body won't be able to properly digest that food and extract the nourishment it needs because that system has slowed down. This can also lead to increased stomach acidity. It's no wonder that you turn on the television and hear countless ads for medication that help with acid reflux and stomach acidity problems. That's why it's essential to manage your stress so your digestion can be strong and process your nutrition properly each day. Otherwise, the food will just sit there and slowly make its way out while you continue to add more food, overloading your already slow digestive system. Your immune system. Like your digestive system, your body will suppress your immune system. Under stress, your body is less concerned with fighting disease. Its main focus is fighting off or fleeing from a perceived threat. So this means you're much more susceptible to getting sick and having less physical resources to fight that sickness. When people are upset and stressed about something, have you ever heard the phrase, "That makes me sick"? Well, yes, those situations can make you sick. Really. Your breathing. When you're stressed, your breathing switches from relaxed, slow, deeper diaphragmatic breathing to fast, shallow chest breathing. This can put a strain on your lungs and can lead to hyperventilation. Anxiety and panic attacks can also accompany shallow breathing. In challenging moments, we often tell people to please take a deep breath. Now you know. That's because under stress, we breathe much more shallow, preventing our bodies from receiving the much needed oxygen to operate at its best. Your perspiration. Have you heard the phrase, "Don't sweat it," or "Don't sweat the small stuff," referring to people who are upset about so many things? Under stress, we can perspire excessively. People who are nervous and anxious often experience increased sweating. Even general nervousness can make us perspire. Your body sweats more to keep your body cool. Under stress, you put increased demands and activity on your body, and your body responds by sweating to keep us from overheating, which would really cause some serious internal damage. Your muscles. More blood flows to your muscles, giving them a burst of temporary strength. When this happens, we put pressure and strain on our muscles, since they haven't been trained to actually handle the excess workload. This strain can lead to injury and over time sheer exhaustion. Most of us know that the best way to develop strength is consistent and steady weight training over time, not from pumping excess blood to our muscles and overuse from stress. Your blood sugar. Your blood sugar levels rise to provide more energy to your body. Some of our bodies are not equipped to adequately process that flood of blood sugar, and that can lead to serious health problems. Your anti-aging growth hormones. Your body reduces the flow of anti-aging growth hormones. So, as a result, our bodies age faster. Your reproductive system and sex hormones. Your reproductive systems are suppressed and you produce less sex hormones. So this can result in you feeling a drop in your libido, your sex drive. Stress interferes with the hormones needed to become sexually aroused. Your stress hormones. Under stress, your body pumps out a flood of many stress hormones. Here are just a few. Your body pumps out adrenaline and noradrenaline, which alert our body that it's in danger and increases our anxiety and fear, making our thoughts race. These stress hormones also raise our heart rate, increase our perspiration, slow our digestion, and activate various body systems to temporarily boost energy supplies. Your body also pumps out cortisol, which is considered the primary stress hormone. Cortisol increases the sugar in your bloodstream, can cause the accumulation of fat around your belly, and is responsible for slowing digestion, immunity, reproductive systems, and growth and anti-aging processes. Welcome to your tour. Welcome to your...
So this is how stress affects. And when we meditate, what happens is written here. So to understand how meditation can be effective on biological and psychological well-being, we should start with plasticity. Plasticity refers to the changes happening in the brain in response to experience. These changes might be the formation of new synaptic connections between the neurons or even the generation of new neuronal cells. In several neuroscientific studies, insula, the brain region which is thought to be responsible for the interoceptive awareness of the body, was found to be altered. Considering that introspection, awareness, and emotional control are key aspects that meditators should master in, alterations in insula may reflect an integration of autonomic, affective, and cognitive processes. The brain region in charge of exteroceptive awareness of body, somatosensory cortex, showed high level of alterations. So for example, in one study, enhanced top-down alpha rhythm modulation in primary somasensory cortex was found to help practitioners to better detect and regulate their mind in case of any wandering from the sensory focus. So this is how meditation affects the brain, and how it reshapes the brain also was done in one of the studies. So this one of the studies show meditation can assist you in being less stressed, increase the clarity of mind and decision making. Also, meditation gives relief from pain. Dr. Joshua Grant, a postdoctorate from Leipzig, Germany, specialized in human cognitive and brain sciences, continues to update his research on meditation and the benefits of chronic pain sufferers. So, when you are very stressed, the result will be decreased efficiency, problems with attention will pop up. But when you practice this mindful meditation or Raj Yoga meditation, the result is increased focus and performance, skillful response to difficult emotions, increased empathy and understanding of others, natural conflict resolution skills, happier, healthier people who can work and learn efficiently. So, let us meditate for a couple of minutes now. You all can sit straight at your places and just follow the suggestions.
This meditation is an invitation to relax deeply using only the breath. Breathing in through the nose, count to 6. And breathing out, exhaling again, count to 6. Again, breathe in slowly. And as you exhale this time, allow your relaxation to double as you become twice as relaxed, twice as calm. Take a slow, deep breath in, and every time you exhale, imagine that you go deeper and deeper into the center of your being, where there is complete stillness. Let the breath carry you there, breathing in slowly and exhaling as you double your relaxation and go deeper and deeper into the center of your being. Feeling calm, relaxed, and completely peaceful. Knowing that you can simply bring your attention to your breath and allow it to move slowly in and out whenever you need to relax, whenever you need to deepen your sense of calm and connection with your own center and soul.
Om Shanti. So I hope you all SITs, you imbibe this meditation, understand the science behind this meditation, and hope you will lead a holistic health. Your healthy mind, healthy body, healthy relationships. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you very much, Sister Sumalatha, for that informative session. I'm sure all our participants have really benefited out of it by knowing how the science of meditation works and how it impacts our health and well-being as well. So thank you for sharing your valuable thoughts with us this morning. And if anybody has any question, you can post it in the chat box. I see some questions have come up, and if you want, one by one, you can unmute yourself also. Firstly, I see a question by Brother Vamshi, who says, how can we handle situations and combat stress?
Yeah. Situations come to each and every person. There is nobody's life with a red carpet. Everybody has to face stress. Could be a little situation, could be a bigger situation, but everybody has to face. The only thing we have to understand, we have to learn is how to manage that stress. Just as for a vehicle, we keep a shock absorber in the vehicle. Whenever you are on the speed breaker, that shock absorber will absorb all the jerk, and the driver is not completely affected with that jerk when you are on the speed breaker. I mean, the same way, when you are facing a stressful situation, not always see that the situation is giving you the stress, but you become the master of the situation. And when you continuously practice meditation with positive thinking, then with your positive emotions and with your emotional maturity, you will not always be a victim of that stress. So first of all, you should understand how to use your emotions, how much intensity your emotions should be, because not always you can say that I'm correct, that is the reason I became aggressive, because the other person is, if he or she is not ready to take your lots of too much of aggression, then the point which you need to tell will just go into the air. And so be matured enough emotionally, then you can really handle the situations.
Thank you for that clarification. I'm sure, Brother Vamshi, it answered your question. Then we have Sister Jyotsna asking that how much time do we have to meditate?
How much time we have to meditate, sister? When those have good time of experience, and so regular meditation practitioners, we meditate 1 hour, 2 hours also continuously, 3 hours also. So if you are a beginner, you can start with 5 minutes or couple of minutes, 2 minutes or 3 minutes, morning and evening also. Then you can slowly start increasing the time.
Thank you, sister, for that explanation. And yes, so I think we can take the other questions in our coming sessions, because every month, as you are all aware, that we will be having such kind of monthly retreats every second Saturday of the month. We will surely address to the other questions in our coming session, asking the speaker to talk more on that. As we are heading towards the closing of today's session, we are heading towards the time is ticking. That's why we will take it in the next session. So thank you, sister, once again for your wonderful session and your valuable thoughts shared. I'm sure if all of us apply it and use this knowledge in our day-to-day life, we will be able to handle things better in our mind and in our physical well-being also. It can be of great help. So thanks all once again for joining. And those of you who are new, we have the session, today's session is being recorded, and you can always go back to our YouTube channel and, have a quick reference to the points which you have missed in today's session, or you can go back and once again browse our channel. And we have our Facebook page